Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris as the Elfiel Imperium. So, gonna be starting this episode off on a little bit of a negative note real quick. Just want to let you all know that I do have some things going on at home that, depending on how they play out, could result in me not being able to continue doing YouTube, mostly because I just want to have the time to keep doing it. And so, yes, I don't want to go into too much detail right now until I have a better idea as to exactly how things will play out. But yes, so just want to let you all know that that is a thing that is happening right now. And that if worse comes to worse, there are some things that you all can do that'll help to alleviate the issues and could still possibly, if enough people do it, result in me still being able to do YouTube, just possibly in a reduced capacity. And that main thing that you all can do is to, if you have the spare income and are able to do so, well, I mean, that's basically the same thing, really, is to become a patron using the Patreon link that I have down in the description. Like I said, there is no requirement to do so, but it is appreciated because, like I said, if enough people do it, if worse comes to worse, I will still be capable of doing YouTube. It'll just possibly be in a slightly reduced capacity. But let's go ahead and actually hop on into the series here. So I am leaning towards going to war with the Trade Commission. I'd probably take Hensidon, the Hensidon system from them, just to sort of push this border out a little bit more, although admittedly it won't go too far because there's a planet right there held by the snails. And I'm not quite sure what I would take down here. I would definitely have to take Orkham Fung. It's pretty much required to be able to do anything. And I guess take up along this side, and then if the Muravandia Commonwealth want anything, they could take the stuff down here. Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with that distribution of stuff. So you guys and the 43rd Transport Fleet, if you all don't mind, head on over to Menok. You guys head to... Actually, wait, never mind. I forgot. They've got this stuff up here. You stay where you are. You stay where you are. Yeah, I forgot. I'm going to take Henderson from them. I don't think you guys have any upgrades, right? No. You guys are down a little bit on the shields, but I presume that's because I think we researched some new shields recently. Right? Yes, fairly recently, and I think we got this from debris. So, yeah, I guess they're still trying to power up their shields back up to full capacity. Yeah, they still got about 700 to go. Okay, well, you guys go ahead and, I mean, honestly, I don't think we even need our shields at full capacity to win this. And I am keeping the subdued border mod on for the time being, just because I feel like it. I'm not seeing the Henderson system in here. In the seed plant, there it is. Scrolled right past it, apparently. Okay, so I also need Orkham Fung. I'll take Kines. I'll take Tystra. I'll also take the system right next to your cap. Oh, you got two things in Henderson. Make sure I get both of those. Don't want the system divided. Are there really two places there, game? You don't just accidentally have... Yep, no, okay, there are two actual places there. You never know. The game might have decided to spawn two Henderson systems in two different locations. Yes, that's the other one I wanted. In theory, I could go and snag your capital as well, which certainly wouldn't hurt, and then I could also go ahead and snag that. I don't have anyone I can invite to join, so it's going to be me versus them and their little federation. But the Moravandia Commonwealth are also fighting their own war against them, so technically speaking, me and the Moravandia Commonwealth could, theoretically, help one another. Although I don't think that we really will be helping one another, if I'm going to be completely honest. Yeah, no, you're not really worth vassalizing. Hell, I think it's probably cheaper to take your planet, if we're going to be completely honest. Which is a little sad, really, when it's, yeah. It's 10 war score cheaper to take your only planet than it is to actually vassalize you. Admittedly, you're pretty far away from me, so I would sort of lean more towards the vassalization option, but whatever. Especially because I'm not going to have any way to get to you. But nonetheless, let's go ahead, shut up, and go ahead and do this. So we're going to go ahead and take all these things from them, all the way up to their capital, and right past it, they'll be left with these 3 planets, and that one, and those 2 up there. The Moravandia Commonwealth can take whatever it is that they are planning to take from them. They're probably going to want Orcam Fung, but oh well, sucks to be them, they're not getting it.
We have declared war.
So, you all, go ahead, jump over to here. First Grand Armada, go ahead and make your way over to there. I'm going to actually tell the combat, or excuse me, rather the transport fleet to stay still. I don't want them going anywhere. Oh, damn it. Because Windows 10 fucked with my stuff, I forgot I can't use the extended keys on my keyboard right now. I'm going to have to stick to using the actual main keyboard, which sucks because it slows me down because I'm used to using the extended keys, but oh well. I'll deal with it. Moravandia Commonwealth, what do you have? Oh, you actually have ion cannons now. Interesting. You're also using plasma cannons that should do damage. I had ships that needed... Oh, the science ships, I guess, needed to get upgraded. Okay, well that's fine. Where are you going? Also, what planet is it that has a problem with our rule? Also, I forgot to go and mention that YouTube decided to go ahead and mark the last part of this series, part 16 I think it was. Decided to mark it as not advertiser friendly. I mean, yes, I did swear a little bit at the beginning of it, but honestly, I like to think they probably just don't like the idea of fictional spacefaring elves going around and enslaving fictional spacefaring snails and plants. Because I just think it sounds better when that is their reason for marking it as not advertiser friendly, personally.
Hostile station engaged.
I mean, I figured that would have been far enough away, but I guess not.
Situation log updated.
Okay, you go there. Let's go ahead and grab our transport fleet that's there. Tell them to head over here. By the time they arrive, the planet will probably be done. I don't know where the hell you were going. I get the feeling the game's just sending them somewhere. Somewhere far, far away from where they need to be. Well, it's a good thing the firepower does have a target. It's the planet of Orpheon. Oh, and you guys have some Ptharian dust. Wonderful. Admittedly, I already have some, so it's not that helpful. Because it doesn't stack, sadly.
Research complete.
Ah, medium concussion missiles. That's useful. Ooh. Yeah, I got a lot of expensive tech now. Probably mostly because of the pops, if I'm being completely honest with you. Oh yeah, I'd say it's probably mostly the pops. Although admittedly some of these are already fairly expensive with a base of, yeah, 4,000, 5,000. But I'm leaning towards the new barrels for the octuple turbo laser research chain thing that it has on it. Although admittedly, superfluid materials could be useful because it would generate more engineering research. But nah, I'll go for the new barrels. Okay, so that was medium concussion missile. Let's go ahead and slap those in to you. Medium concussion missiles. And so these have a range of 80. Did these already have... Oh. Okay, smalls already had a range of 80. Okay, well that's nice to know, game. That's very nice to know. So, you can stay at your current artillery 80 behavior. You're just going to have some better missiles. Admittedly, how much better? Not tons. At least I don't think they're really that much better.
Construction complete.
But whatever. Okay, well, you guys are just waiting for the fleets to arrive. How are you guys doing with the whole terraforming this world? Are people still living there? Yeah, they seem to be struggling to move, which is great news for us, because as soon as a planet becomes terraformed, they should stop having problems with us. I'll probably end this part when this war is over, which, admittedly, probably won't take too long. I don't think they have much of a fleet, and if they do, it's hidden somewhere. Which I can't say I really blame them for hiding it. They're gonna lose. Okay, and you guys are landing there. You should have a relatively easy time taking it. So it sounds like apparently at 1.8, I guess, they're going to be changing it to where planetary fortifications do actually still recharge.
Enemy planet secured. Enemy planet secured.
Even when being bombarded. They'll just have, I guess if your firepower is good enough, you won't have to deal with the recharging. But yeah, so that's going to be interesting. How exactly that'll play out, don't know for certain.
Hostile station engaged. Situation log updated.
Okay. You guys go ahead, bomb that planet into oblivion. Or, well, not really oblivion, because we don't want it to be bombed into oblivion. We still need it. Or at least it's still helpful, rather. Oh, and they have robots. Wonderful. Considering that we've been forced to outlaw robots, if I recall correctly. I don't even see the thing on here. But yes, we're spiritualist. So, yeah, we are forced to have AI outlawed, so we're going to be missing those guys.
Construction complete.
Yeah, it's a deal, whatever. I'll take the extra unity if you don't mind. And it's not really needed. But it's helpful nonetheless. And I think I'll go for war games next. Oh, you guys Go ahead and land there.
Planet secured.
So in theory, I need about 81. Rather, let's go with 82, because technically you're supposed to need 1 positive. So technically I need like 82 war score. Now I can't go there because the snails have closed their borders to us already. The plants down here, we can get through there, but I'd rather not go and do that. At least avoid it as much as possible. Oh. What the hell are you doing and where are you going? You are winding down after war from Menok, but I don't know where you're actually going. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that they are probably heading up towards... or down towards the planet in that system. You guys, feel free to go ahead and upgrade, because there's going to be a bit of a downtime now while we wait. Oh, did we finish taking the planet? We did take that planet. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and move on to the next. And our sensors tell us that there is indeed a defensive platform here, just like in the other system, with a subspace snare. So we'll get forced right on top of it, which is perfectly fine with me, if we're going to be completely honest. What are you equipped with? Maser guns and X-ray lasers. That's all you're equipped with, in fact. Scared the shit out of me. I mean, I knew it was gonna happen, but I wasn't expecting it to happen that quickly. You guys, by the time you arrive, the planet should be fully bombarded. So feel free to go ahead and land. I do have a scientist somewhere that's probably sitting on their hands. So you feel free to go up there. Yeah, you're all the way down there. Don't bother right now. Admittedly, you're not actually getting anything useful there. So maybe change plans and survey there. Still not going to get anything particularly useful, I imagine. I think we're technologically superior to most of the people that we're fighting. Yeah, the only people who are currently listed as above me, and it's probably just due to an overall combination of the 3 categories that the game uses to determine relative power, they are slightly better either across the board, or they are a decent amount better, but still within the equivalent range at one of these things, and the others they're behind on. But that one that they're well enough ahead on is giving them a boost, is sort of my guess as to how that's playing out. The Moravandia Commonwealth are inferior in military. Aha, the Consolidated Ozkok Systems, or however it's pronounced, are superior in technology. So are the Glostverheni Confederacy. Looks like those are probably the only ones, though. In the case of the Glost, I imagine it's partly due to them being fairly tiny, really. Oh, goddammit, keep forgetting. Can't use that space bar, gotta use the main space bar. Yeah, I'd say it's probably partly because you guys were fairly tiny. You expanded a little bit when you beat the Star Hierarchy, which is mostly only because they ended up being forced to surrender before I could get down there to help. Admittedly, I didn't really care to help, so that was fine with me. I wasn't going to lose anything in that war. And it looks like you recently, I presume fairly recently, expanded out in this direction, because I don't recall that ever being there before. Okay. On to the next planet. Off we go. And again, they have a defensive platform right next to the spaceport, which is just saving me time. I mean, I don't have a problem with them saving me time. Or, excuse me, the Manson was actually 93%. I was looking at the wrong box. This is their current chance of accepting, which is basically nothing right now. And by the time you guys arrive, the planet should be fully bombarded, so feel free to go ahead and head home. You guys, go over here, blow that up, if you don't mind, with its maser guns and its plasma accelerator. And in the case of their cruiser, or well, their other cruiser, they got 2 cruiser designs. No, game. One of these cruisers is a new version and the others are out of date. Because that is the exact same class name, but they clearly have very different designs. So one is out of date. I don't know which. I'm gonna say that the ones on the top are probably the newer design because they have a little bit more military power, but I don't actually know for certain. Oh, they just jumped away. Where are they going? Oh, they're going back home. Well, that's fine with me. You guys feel free to just set up shop over those planets. Scare away anybody that decides that they think they can take them. And yep, there we go. Like I said, planet would already be fully bombarded by the time our transport fleet arrived. Oh, they have wild storms here, but that increases... Okay, I was about to say, why would you put that there? Okay, it was an energy research tile. I can live with that. I cannot live with you putting an engineering facility on a physics tile game, so I'm going to tear that down and build it up myself. Stupid game, I swear. Okay, go ahead, jump on top of there. Go and take their capital. That should, I think, be enough, actually. I don't think I'll have to take the Trelam system. At least that's my guess. No, okay, you are going to jump to the Trelam system. That is fine with me. Because then I don't have to deal with you. You guys sadly feel the need to blow up all of those spaceports. Or, thingamajigs. Yes, I know, thingamajigs. Is that enough? No, not quite. If our guys can stop blowing up all the mining stations and whatnot. Cheap reward demands, wonderful. Let's go ahead and get habitability and also change of plans. You guys are missing people. Go back over there. Apparently I forgot to tell everybody on the planet to get up. You guys are gonna make me go all the way, aren't you? Oh, the Jurg something or other. Whoever these guys are. I really don't know. Oh, primitive. Never mind. Who cares? Okay, that's a Federation fleet with large phaser guns. Well, just phaser guns in general. And gamma lasers. Now let's try this again, and hopefully I don't forget. Oh, they just surrendered. They were jumping over there with their Federation fleet, but they just surrendered as soon as they did that. That was a really stupid thing to do, game. You could have possibly destroyed the transports. And messed with me. Quite a bit, in fact, really. You guys are gonna get an extra planet to have to take care of. Which may or may not be a good thing. No, not the capital. Capitals don't get modifiers like Wild Storm. You do, however. I'm going to replace you with a standard science lab. Also, let's go ahead and build up the spaceports. I'll build them myself. I don't mind spending that money myself, game. Especially since I have plenty of minerals that have basically nothing to do with outside of build up our navy. And they're gonna have open borders with me due to this, or due to the way this works. Okay, you guys can keep that, I guess. So here's your main fleet. Okay, I'm pretty sure the fleet we saw up here had a plasma cannon in one of those slots as a cruiser. So I'm not sure what the deal is there. Oh. I'll also pay for the armies that are going to be used to keep the peace, as we shall phrase it. I should have done that while I was building the spaceports as well, so I didn't have to re-click on all these planets, but oh well, too late now. And I was going to go and colonize a tomb world within our little core world sector, wasn't I? But it's already in a system that I've already colonized, I believe. I think. I'll have to check that before I decide to divvy up these systems. So, let me see. That tomb world is... No, I do not already have it. It is 90% of the way to being terraformed into a continental world. So I'm gonna have to have... presumably then, all of these be in a sector of their own. Also, I can't say I'm a big fan of that military... What? Oh, did it get blown? Okay, the game blew it up automatically. Thank you, game. That's actually somewhat surprising of you. Yes, okay, and that leaves me with the ability to go ahead and colonize there. Wonderful. You feel free to head home. Or somewhere. You guys, feel free to go somewhere that you can call home. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anything particularly useful from the debris, but you know what? I don't care. Feel free to go ahead and research the debris anyway, because you never know. At the very least, you'd probably get some stored research. But that'll be about it, really. Okay, the Nurian Incorporated have joined the Star Compact with the Drool Perfin Assembly, it seems. Whoops, clicked on the wrong people. And those are the only ones in it. Okay, and the Muravandia Commonwealth have gotten what they wanted, which looks like it was the Fuo system and something else. I don't know what else. I'm surprised they didn't take this stuff, but apparently they didn't. They also humiliated them. But I don't... Because you already had one planet here, you just took that one from them. And it says you wanted 2 planets, which means there's something else that you took. But I don't know what. Because I don't believe any of the other people that were in the war bordered you. Unless... Oh, you might have given something to the Favarian Order. Yes, that must have been it. It's the only thing I can think of. So, okay. And you guys are probably upset. You probably wanted to take Orcam Fung and some of the other systems that I took. Is my best guess, so you're probably upset at me about that. We don't have a research agreement anymore, do we? You guys do have some research that I would like. So what do you say to another 10 years of peaceful coexistence between us? And if you don't mind, let's share those. I'll give you guys 1100 minerals. I don't think we really have any star charts that need to get shared or new systems that we need to share, but you know what, just be on the safe side. Go ahead and share any new info that you've gotten from other people that actually like you. Because, I mean, most of the people hate me. Okay, they said yes to that for 10 years. And how do you guys feel about me? Well, you dislike the terror bombing that I apparently do because it takes time for my guys to arrive. We have mutual rivals, a defensive pact. I'm charismatic, mostly just because we're elves. I figured charismatic sounds like a good trait for elves. But honestly, you're not exactly the most friendly towards us in terms of opinion, but you are still receptive towards us. This is one of those EU4 things where somebody has a negative opinion of you in terms of the number, but wants to be your friend. Like, I'm sorry, that is a little bit weird if you ask me. But yes, the AI does that. Okay, so this is actually going to be a little bit of a shorter part because I've got other things that I have to record. But yes, so I will see you all in the next part. But until then, a goodbye. Well, let me see. So, truce with you ends when exactly? I wish hovering over it would tell me, but it doesn't. So my truce with you ends in 2361. So in 2 years, we can go to war again. In fact, it looks like probably almost exactly 2 years. I can't see the day, but the month is the same. So pretty much, yeah, exactly 2 years. So I'll probably go into war with these guys in the next part. But in the meantime, I think we'll probably be doing some... Yeah, I think in the meantime, we'll probably upgrade our fleet a little bit more, add some more ships to them. Probably some more cruisers, maybe. Well, again, I prefer to stick to my... I prefer doubling. It generally works fine for me. Realistically speaking, I could have an absolutely even number of all the ship classes that I have in the fleet. I just don't care to do that, really. So, yeah. I will probably be doubling our fleet. Roundabout. So probably add another 10 battleships, another 20 cruisers, another 40 destroyers to both of our fleets, or at least one of them before that war starts up. Or at least we'll try to add some more to them. Also, that reminds me, as a result of that, if I do that, I'd rather obviously start with the first fleet, because, hey, they're the first Grand Armada, so I'd rather them have all the nice stuff. But yes, okay, so like I said, that's going to be it for this part. I'll see you all in the next part, but until then, goodbye and farewell.